just spent 5 hours playing Night in the Woods, and now I'm doing Feed Dump. That game is great. Go out and get it. So we're all Night in the Woods characters. I'm May because there's a lot of crossover between me and May. Joining me this week is Greg.
Yay! Do crimes!
And Angus.
There may be better stand-ins for Angus, but they don't have this hat.
A Toronto man has a dream, and that dream is to get Jason Seagal to eat a picture of him. So to achieve his dream, he's posting videos on YouTube of himself eating Jason Segal's picture. He's done 6 so far. Jason Segel has not reciprocated.
Jason Seagal, if you just want to get this guy off your back, you've got to know that you can go down to Dairy Queen and get anything printed onto an ice cream cake these days.
But when you do, make sure they print the picture of him eating the picture of you, because we as the internet only have that picture of him eating a picture of you, and that completes the cycle.
I want to drill down a bit more into this guy's thought technology. Does he think that if Jason Seagal eats his face after he eats Jason Segal's face, that they, like, face off?
This is, like all good arguments, a slippery slope, because this really just opens up the whole world to figuring out what celebrity faces they want to eat.
You only have to eat my face 4 times.
A bold gambit, Ian, but I'm choosing to play hard to get. You're gonna have to eat my face like at least 100 times.
Or maybe this man is lying about his intent, and it's just visualization practice.
Or we're just looking at a man who's addicted to bath salts, starting his run for mayor of Toronto.
A Pennsylvania college student's care package has made headlines internationally after his mom sent him food, goodies from home, and a bag of trash he forgot to take out when he went back.
I can understand why the news media might think a hug pillow is maybe some sort of garbage, but if your mom thinks your waifu is trash, damn son, you got owned.
This is really petty and small-minded of her. She should have got back at her son the same way that parents have been getting back at their kids for ages when they go off to college, by throwing away all their childhood mementos and comic books.
Oh yeah, son, sorry I had to throw out all your old Captain Spider-Mans and whatnot comic books. I had to make room for my sewing machine, and my treadmill, and all the other things I'm never going to use. Like my love for you.
Oh, honey bunny, we'd love to have you come home for Christmas, but you don't have a bedroom here anymore. Yeah, we had to throw away all your furniture and clear out your room so we could make room for a sex dungeon, because the basement's just so dank this time of year.
Man, if I didn't take the garbage out when I went back to school, it'd have been waiting at home for me, in my bed.
Your waifu is trash.
To be continued. And more to the point, my parents did worse to me than actually send me my garbage. They kept everything. And now I have to keep taking it back to my house over and over as they uncover more stuff. They have a vintage pram that I got pushed around in twice when I was 8 months old. They've kept that from, I'm 37 years old. I don't even have a baby yet. Miscellaneous trophies from playing baseball, a sport I didn't enjoy. That broken light bright. Those crystal penguins, which I did not ask for and do not even collect. Those 3 novelty flashlights, shaped like Alvin and the Chipmunks. Those 600 business cards I got at trade shows that you dragged me to, that I collected out of boredom. On the bright side, you did throw away all my Gen 1 Transformers. I miss Jetfire.
Did she keep that empty shoebox you left under your bed for no reason?
Oh, it's not empty.
A man who was evacuated from a Sydney bus after it caught fire and turned into a flame inferno on a bridge tried to sneak back on the bus so he could tap off his transit card to make sure he was charged for the right fare.
Kathleen, you may not know because you've never lived in a place with those machines, but if you don't tap out, they never let you back into the transit system.
And if you get locked out of the system, you're forced to wander the wastelands of Australia for the rest of your life. And there's a lot of wasteland in Australia.
Oh my god, this is how Mad Max starts. Not with an apocalypse, but everyone just forgot to tap out.
That's why they all need cars!
Now, before you're like, fire, whatever, it's probably just a few flames out the back of the bus, whatever, just tap off. No. The Sydney Morning Herald called this incident the Sydney Harbour Bridge Inferno, and there were flames several meters high in the air. And also, the full fare is like $5.40, so that's not cheap.
I can't decide if Sydney Harbour Bridge Inferno is cool enough to be a prog rock band, or tragic enough to be a U2 single.
On the one hand, that's like $5 Australian dollars. But on the other hand, holy shit, that's like $5 Canadian dollars.
That's as much as a $5 footlong, which is 30.28 centimeters in Australia, which he can't get because he can't tap back into the subway.
Blah. And on that painful joke, we better call FeedTump to a close. But remember, there may be better sources of news, but they don't have Beige and Ian, and they don't have this hat, which is actually just a lovely Loading Ready Run toque. It's beautifully handmade, and in fact, Penelope has a matching toque, which is very cute and fits her well, but she's not going to come model it. But I'll model this adult-sized one, and then we can wear our matching hats, and people could be like, oh, you're one of those people who wears matching clothing with your children. That's weird.
Also, to make sure it's not a fake picture, you're going to want to include some sort of proof of life, so have the Dairy Queen print out a copy of the homepage of the Toronto Star for that day. It's not like silly putty, you can't just push the newspaper onto the cake and have the imprint stay.